What's up, y'all? AI is the most significant technological shift since the internet and maybe even since electricity. But unlike previous tech revolutions where the implications became clear over time, AI is moving so fast that we're adopting it before we even understand what we're adopting. I feel like we're in this strange moment where AI is simultaneously incredibly useful but deeply unsettling, and it's helping us be more productive while potentially making our skills irrelevant, and it's concentrating power in ways that we don't fully understand. And I think AI has a double edge right now, and it's probably the most exciting and most terrifying technology of our lifetime, and we're going to talk about what that means for us personally. I've been planning on making a video about this stuff, but with the new Sora 2 coming out and all the crazy videos coming out with that, and I know y'all probably seen them, and I ain't gonna lie, some of them are actually really funny, but it's scary as hell. I ain't gonna lie. See, when I was young in 2012 playing Black Ops 2, I thought maybe 2025 would look like that a little bit more, but I never could have guessed that I'd be watching SpongeBob get pulled over and run from the police. So I guess that's where we're at right now. If some of those videos didn't have the watermark on them, you wouldn't be able to tell that it was AI, and that's scary as hell, because I'm worried that people are gonna start using this for bad, and it's gonna happen here sooner than later. Like, I know scammers are gonna have a field day with this stuff, and there's just people who are gonna start really using it for bad. And like, the videos are funny, like I said, but the truth behind it is a lot more scary, and we don't know what's gonna happen with this stuff. I don't know. I feel like there should be it should be halted worldwide on the progress that it's making right now, or it shouldn't be allowed for certain uses. But I don't know, people always find a way around it, even if it was that way. But I guess we're gonna see how this goes. But I will say AI tools are genuinely useful, and they help you write better and learn faster and create content you couldn't make alone. I use AI for my content when it comes to like outlines and everything. I don't have to sit there and write everything by hand. I can kind of get outlines for talking points in my videos, and I can automate tedious tasks, and it's just a huge help. When I made videos a long time ago, it took so much longer just to make little aspects of the video when it came to kind of writing out the outline of how I wanted to talk in my video, getting the description made and everything. Like, it's very difficult. AI has cut some of that time in half and can still keep it authentic and how you want it to be, and something that you would write. And it's helping people code and brainstorm ideas, and it can edit your photos and generate art and help with music. And for people with disabilities, AI is also revolutionary because you have text to speech, speech to text, real-time translation. Like, there's a lot of good uses for it. And in medicine as well, AI is detecting cancers earlier, predicting disease patterns, and accelerating drug discovery. And it's analyzing medical imaging faster too. So there's human lives that are being saved because of AI capabilities, which is amazing. And scientific research is accelerating because of it. AI is helping discover new materials, predict protein structures, and all types of crazy stuff. And it's like quality of life feature in games, or you have autosave, fast travel, quest markers, and they remove tedious parts and let you focus on what's actually interesting. And AI removes friction from tasks so you can focus on creative or strategic thinking, which is, again, I think this stuff is awesome. And the educational potential is massive. Personalized tutoring for every student at every level, and explanations tailored to your learning style, and practice problems that adapt to your skill level. Education that was only available to privileged few could become available to everyone through AI. But every benefit that I just listed out has a corresponding risk that we're only beginning to understand. And when AI does things for you, you stop developing those skills yourself. You might just rely on AI, and maybe students using AI to write essays aren't maybe learning to write, and developers using AI to code without understanding it aren't learning to problem solve. It's cognitive outsourcing with long-term consequences. And for some people that might use it for literally everything and maybe not ever learn these skills, it's like playing every game on easy mode with all assists turned on, and sure, you'll finish the game, but you never develop the skills that make you actually good at gaming. And when the assists aren't available, you're helpless. And job displacement isn't a future threat, it's happening right now. And creative jobs we thought were safe, like writing, design, art, and music, are being automated. And customer service, data entry, basic programming, translation, they're already being replaced. Now, I don't think they'll outright get replaced by AI itself. I think it's going to get replaced with people who know how to use AI. And it's one of those things, like, you might as well start learning it now, especially if you're younger, or you might get left behind in a lot of aspects. And when AI can produce good enough results like instantly, expertise becomes less valuable, and they'd rather have someone who knows how to do that with the AI than actually have the expertise. Why pay a professional when someone that knows how to use AI can do 80% as well for nearly free? This devalues human skills, and it makes it harder to justify years of training, and the new human skills they might need is just someone knowing how to automate the AI. And like I said, with the new Sora 2, the AI generated videos are becoming indistinguishable from reality. And like I said, if I didn't see the watermark on some of these videos, you would not be able to tell. The deep fakes and generated articles, fake images, synthetic voices, like, it's all happening, and we're entering a world where you can't trust anything you see or hear, and AI is going to be the reason for that. I've seen someone talk about how we're becoming dependent on AI, and there's going to be kids growing up who they're not going to be able to tell what's AI and what isn't, and I swear to God, it's going to end up being a new mental disorder or something. And the scary part, the amount of misinformation, and again, the bad things it'll be used for when people can get their hands on it or learn how to do that. People are already learning how, but with how divided we are as a country right now, and just the status of everything right now, people are going to use it to spread wrong agendas, and amplified agendas already being spread. Like, it's gonna get bad, and I think a lot of people see that already, and a lot of people already believe we're not heading towards a good area right now, and people are becoming dependent on AI in ways that's gonna make all of us vulnerable, because when systems fail and we're helpless, granted we've been using these things for a long time, but when it comes to like skills relying on AI and a lot of things relying on it, if something were to happen, it's not gonna be good. But beyond all the practical concerns that we have, there's a deeper, more unsettling question. Are we actually in control of this technology, or is it increasingly controlling us? I think y'all know the answer on this already, because AI researchers talk about the alignment problem and making sure AI systems do what humans actually want rather than what we technically tell them. And this sounds abstract until you realize that we're deploying AI systems without solving this fundamental issue. So when you give AI a goal, it optimizes for that goal in ways that you may not expect, and maximize engagement, it shows you increasingly extreme content. Optimize efficiency, it finds shortcuts that violate your actual values. The AI isn't evil, it's just literal. But as AI systems become more and more complex, which they are at a very fast rate, they're going to exhibit behaviors that we didn't program, and emergent capabilities that appear without explicit training, and we don't fully understand how they work or what they might actually do as they scale. And AI development is moving faster than regulation, faster than ethic discussions, and faster than society's ability to even adapt. So by the time we understand the implications of one AI capability, 3 more have already been deployed. It's like training an AI opponent in a game that learns so well it discovers exploits and strategies that you never intended, except instead of a game, it's real systems affecting real lives that we can't just restart the match. And the issue is that AI development is concentrated in a handful of companies with unprecedented power, and they're making decisions that affect everyone with minimal oversight, accountability, or democratic input, and they're moving fast and breaking things, and except the things breaking are social systems. And AI enables surveillance at scales previously impossible, and facial recognition, behavior prediction, data analysis, and we're building the infrastructure for total surveillance while telling ourselves it's just for the convenience or security, and it's going to be used for bad. That's like the moral of the story of a lot of this stuff, is that AI is groundbreaking in a lot of ways, and it's going to be so helpful for certain aspects of society, and even for people like us making content or people watching YouTube. Like, the issue here is that someone always has to ruin everything and has to involve greed or do something that poisons the well. And we live in a world today where people have no shame on social media or out in the real world with the shitty things that they like to do. So I'm just scared to see how bad it's going to get when people start using it to do very scummy things. Another issue is the economic implications, and they're going to be hitting faster than anyone expected. Inflation's already bad, and it's probably going to get worse over time, and AI increases productivity, and it's not going to necessarily benefit the workers. The capital owners are going to make more money, but AI is going to accelerate wealth concentration, and it's just going to continue to not go for the workers, and it's not going to fix the issue, and that's a whole other separate issue. And AI is particularly good at automating middle skill jobs, and the jobs that created the middle class, and not just manual labor, but we've been automating that for decades. But cognitive work that seemed irreplaceable, this hollows out the economic middle. So we're telling young people to get educated for jobs that might not exist. But they are teaching some AI classes in colleges now, and I think that's amazing, because like I said, I feel like it's the people that learns AI and knows how to use it for a lot of skills. They're going to be the ones that stick around. And conversations about universal basic income are starting because people recognize that traditional jobs might not exist for everyone. Not everyone's going to be able to adapt to this change. It's going to require fundamental rethinking of how society functions: work, value, purpose, identity. And if AI does all this productive work, what the hell are humans going to do? This amplifies the meaning crisis we already face, and if your value isn't in your productivity, where is it? These areas are just not economic questions, they're existential ones. And AI access is creating new forms of inequality. Those who can leverage AI tools will become incredibly productive, and those who can't are going to fall behind. Like I said, you either got to adapt or possibly fall behind, and the gap between AI enhanced humans and those without access is probably going to become a new class divide. And AI is going to create winner takes all dynamics where the best AI system is going to dominate because it has more data, which makes it better, and which gets more users, which generates more data. And this concentration is happening across industries simultaneously. But some of my suggestions, man, use AI as a tool to enhance your capabilities, not replace your thinking. Like, use it to handle tedious parts so you can focus on creative or strategic work. Just don't let it replace everything, and focus on developing skills that maybe are harder for AI to replicate, and that could be like complex reasoning, creative synthesis, and emotional intelligence, ethical judgment, relationship building, and these are your competitive advantages. Although I think AI might catch up to these too. We might be cooked. But actually understanding the AI tools that you're using and how do they work and what are they optimizing for, what are their limitations, like, don't be a passive consumer of technology that you don't understand. Understand the stuff, you can find the amazing uses for it, and deliberately maintain skills even when AI could do them for you. I think it's good to still maintain them and write things by hand sometimes. Like I said, I used to do that for the videos, and do math manually. Keep your cognitive abilities sharp even when assistance is available. I just think that's really important that we stick to this and we keep some type of human elements in this stuff, because AI is moving fast, and just stay informed about developments and implications, regulations, understand how it affects your industry and your skills in your future. Ignorance isn't bliss when the landscape is shifting this rapidly. Support efforts to regulate AI development, demand transparency about how systems work, accountability when they cause harm, democratic input into deployment decisions. This technology is too important to leave entirely to tech companies. As AI handles more tasks and continues to develop, we need to double down on genuine human experiences, continue to have real relationships, physical presence, and unmediated experience, because these become more valuable and not less in the AI saturated world. Because AI isn't inherently good or bad, it's powerful, and power can be used to benefit or harm. The sad part is, in today's world, we have a lot of evil, sadly, and people will use it for harm. If you're watching this, use it for good, use it for benefit, because there's a lot of benefits in there. And the question isn't whether to use AI, but how to use it in ways that enhance rather than diminish humanity. We're at a decision point as a society right now. Do we let AI development continue at breakneck speed with minimal oversight, or do we slow down enough to think through implications and build guardrails? Because the choice we make right now is going to affect everything that comes after. And me and you can't control how AI develops globally, but we can control how we engage with it personally. So just use it intentionally and understand it critically. Develop skills it can't replace. Maintain your humanity in an increasingly automated world, because AI is both the biggest opportunity and the biggest threat of our lifetime, and it can solve the biggest problems, maybe even disease, poverty, and climate change, or it could create new problems that we cannot solve, which is maybe inequality, surveillance, and loss of human agency, because we can use AI as a tool and not a crutch. Enhance your capabilities without outsourcing your thinking, and because at the end of the day, technology reflects the values of those who create and deploy it. If we want AI to be a friend rather than a threat, we need to demand that it's built with human flourishing as the actual goal, not just a marketing message. So thank y'all for watching. Remember, you're still the one in control for now.